apology to both sides of my dichotomy. From whipping trapezoids through the streets for my isosceles. To cipher within circumference, who wants it, wanna be obsolete. I think I caught her body deep. She pushing P, and I can tell. Wish me well, throw a Susan B in the wishing well for me. Cause her next words was follow me. Nah, but you pretty, and I wanna hear you sonically. If you don't want a kid installed, then what we really working on? Handyman with a broken arm, a broken heart, the coldest part. Her coldest shoulder's what I'm holding on. And that ain't even what I'm focused on. Brain and bronze, till the break of dawn. Wake and bake, that early morn. And hit DM in the PM. Barry, when it's starry. And sticks when the moon lifts. Floss, make it flip like acres home. Goddamn, I'm home. Yeah.
Goddamn, I'm home. Hey, what's up, yo, everybody? How y'all doing? Welcome to the Left-Handed Kings podcast. I am your host, DM the Most. Sitting next to me is nobody. It should be King Barre, but my boy out doing different things, making that bread. So shouts out to King Barre. Shouts out the whole 3FX family. Floss out there. We miss you. Cleo doing it big. He got a show tonight in Seattle. Premier DJ. You know what I'm saying? Big time DJ. My man PC down there. Hopefully he'll pop in later on. How you doing, GG? So welcome everybody to the show. We are back. We are back for another week, another episode. This episode is titled A Gift and a Curse. If you didn't know, last week we did a whole review, a breakdown or a deep dive, if you will, about Love Jones. One of my favorite love movies, love stories, great movie, great actors, but the characters were flawed and toxic as hell. But we still love the show. We still love that movie, right? So, anyways, I figured we'll carry it over while we do. While my man Barry is on a little hiatus. You know what I mean? Doing his thing. Like I said, he's doing big things. He'll talk about it whenever he pops up on the show. But here we go. So, today's episode is The Gift and the Curse. We're going to be doing a deep dive, y'all. We're going to be talking about one of my favorite movies. It's an old movie. It's from like 1990, but it's one of, to me, and I'm down to argue this, it's Spike Lee's second greatest movie he ever made behind X, and it is called Mo Better Blues. You know what I'm saying? Mo Better Blues. So to give y'all the quick little wiki on it, the rundown, Mo Better Blues is about, he's a trumpet player, he's a jazz musician, and he makes a lot of decisions in his life that ultimately brings on his downfall, but also resurrects him towards the end, this, that, and the third. I'm just gonna tell y'all, there are spoiler alerts. So let me go ahead and put that warning out there. What up, though? I see DM from Vegas chilling. My brother over there, DM from Vegas. Yeah, it's a whole lot of the DM. The whole DM crew consists of two. But you know, I'm gonna be spoiling the movie a little bit for those that have not watched it. But trust me, you're gonna want to check this movie out. It's called Mo Better Blues. Like I said, Spike Lee wrote it. You know what I'm saying? But I want to tell y'all, let me tell y'all who was in this movie. This movie was filled with like great people. So the movie starred Denzel Washington as the lead character. His name's Bleak Gilliam. Then you had Spike Lee. You got Wesley Snipes, Giancarlo Esposito. Just for a minute, just show love to Giancarlo Esposito. Y'all know the story about him, that he actually was gonna hire somebody to kill him, so that his family, his wife and kids can have some insurance money. That's how bad his acting career was going at one point in time. But something told him to persevere. He didn't hire the hitman, and he went on, and now he's reaping his benefits. He's getting his roses. He played Gus Fring on Breaking Bad and on Better Call Saul, and he's just doing great things. He's in all kind of movies nowadays. So shout out to him. Straight up, I want to get a crown to that dude, because he followed his dream. His dream wasn't working out, but he still had the sense of wanting to take care of his family, although be it probably not the wisest way, but he was actually finna check out just so he could take care of his family. But he stuck to his dream. His wife told him to keep doing what he's doing, and now he's one of the, he always been a great actor. He's always played some great roles, but now he's reaping the benefits, and people starting to, talk about him a little bit more. But also, the late, great Robin Harris was in this movie. You know what I'm saying? Robin Harris. And he wasn't just on stage acting like a comedian. He actually had lines in the movie. He actually he played in the movie. He was acting. He did pretty good. And actually, quick little thing, He died 5 months after the movie dropped. So who knows where his career would have been, because he did pretty good in the movie. Y'all need to check this movie out. It's called Mo Better Blues, 1990. Spike Lee. It's a Spike Lee joint. I don't know if y'all remember this, but he used to always say it's a Spike Lee joint. You know, he never called his movies. He said it's a joint. And I love him for that, because Spike Lee definitely put the stamp on there for black filmmakers. You know what I'm saying? You had other people doing it from the 70s. I got that. But Spike actually revigorated that thing. And I don't even think Ryan Coogler would be here if it wasn't for Spike. Spike crawls so he can fly. So shout out to him. You got Bill Nunn, late great Bill Nunn. You got John Turturro in here, and Cinda Williams. You know what I mean? She plays Clark Benacourt. That's my girl in that movie. But anyways, salute Triborough, man. Hey man, sorry about yesterday. Dude was wilding, you know what I'm saying? But you know, he started talking shit. I should start talking shit back. But that's another conversation. But thank you for showing up. You know what I'm saying? Thank you for showing up today, brother. For real. I appreciate it. So Mo Better Blues, let's get into it, ladies and gentlemen. Let's get into the breakdown of one of my favorite movies, Mo Better Blues. So what does Mo Better Blues mean? Now I'm gonna, if y'all did y'all homework like I told y'all, who could tell me what Mo Better Blues actually means, the term Mo Better Blues? Anybody? I'll give y'all like a minute on the clock, because I know y'all be slow with replying. Yeah, yo times 3. No, man, that wasn't no platform. You could have fucking went ham on dude. I wouldn't have gave a shit. But if y'all don't know what Mo Better Blues is, Mo Better Blues is a term that Bleak, the character in the movie, he coined the phrase because he asked his girl, he's like, you want a bone? And she's like, I don't like bone. Don't just say bone. Don't say bone. Say something else. What, you want to make love? I know you ain't talking about making love. She's like, no, not making love either. How about, and then he's like, how about a little Mo Better? Say Mo Better. Yeah, I like that. So he calls sex Mo Better. And he's like, Mo Better, make everything a little more better. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is. That's what Mo Better means. Mo Better Blues is a movie about Bleak Gillum. Yeah, it's about him making bad decisions and all. And it's about the jazz, the music in there. The music in the movie is dope. The soundtrack, Terrence Howard. It was Terrence Howard in there, and one of the Marcellus brothers. I think it was Bradford Marcellus. I think Bradford Marcellus did the music on there. Let me go check. Let me check, make sure. Yeah, it was the Bradford Marcellus Quartet. And Terrence Blanchard actually was the trumpeter that Wesley Snipes played. And a little backstory on it. Terrence Blanchard, you know, usually they when it's a music movie, they hire people to come in or whatever. This how dope Denzel was. No, he don't know how to play the trumpet. But what he would do is he literally watched every song that he was supposed to be playing be played by Terrence Blanchard, and he actually mastered the actual keystrokes of the trumpet. He actually, the valve hits. And so when he's playing to the actual music. He's not playing for real, but he's such a great actor. It looked like he playing. He really did look like he was playing. And he was like hitting all the strokes like as if he was actually playing. The movie's dope. Spike Lee never fails, you know what I'm saying? Seriously. Spike Lee, the one thing he never did is falter as a filmmaker. So the what is it? The light, the photography, the lighting in this movie is dope. If y'all seen X, if y'all watch X, it's just like X. All, you know, this is the earlier version of how X ended up turning out, because he you know, he sharpened his craft. He got a little better at it with X, but you know, he had the trolley move. You know, there's always that trolley move. If y'all know Spike Lee, he always got one part in the movie where the actor is just like rolling through the neighborhood, like he's supposed to be walking, but he's basically rolling past everybody. He had that in there. So the movie starts off back in the early days, and this, like I said, it's an old movie. So in like '68, a young Bleak Gillum, he's in the crib with his mom and his dad. His pops is like sitting up there reading the newspaper, listening to the Yankees play on the radio, and he's in there practicing his scales. But his friends come to the window like, "Yo, Bleak, yo, Bleak." They calling, "Yo, Bleak," and so he can't come out. He telling them, "Yo, he gotta practice his trumpet." You know what I'm saying? He's like, Mama, you'll never let me have no fun. Let me go practice the trumpet. So she like, boy, you better play that trumpet. And back in the day, back when parents were parents, they used to make their kids play instruments or play the piano, play the trumpet, whatever. And they actually made them do study time, and they had to do the thing. Good thing she made him stick to his guns. 20 years later in the movie, yeah, Bleak parents was not playing, dog. They was straight up. Mama looked like she was a 5% in the 60s. You feel me? But what I'm saying is, he was practicing or whatever, doing the trumpet, and then all these group of boys came out, and it was like, yo, I can't play. You know, Spike Lee always put that New York, oh, in the movie, so all the little boys like, oh. And the mom was like, boy, get them boys out my window. You're going to play the scales, start. You know what I'm saying? But in the movie, the little boys would sit outside the stoop, and it was like, I got to practice. And then there's one little short dude with glasses, one little kid was like, go and die, you fucking bum. And yo, you a bum, Giant. And that was the boy name. That was one of his boys named Giant. 20 years later, Bleak touring the country. He got his own quartet. He's doing his thing. And his boy Giant becomes his Giant actually becomes his manager of the Bleak Gilliam Quartet, which features Left Hand Lacey on the pianos. My man Bill Nunn had the bass. Wesley Snipes was the sax player, and of course Denzel was the trumpet player. Man, that shit was so dope. The clothes, if you go look at it, the clothes they wore back then, some of that shit was kind of wild because that was back when we used to wear cross colors and bright colors and shit all the time, like mismatched colors, like orange and green. So some of the suit colors was fucked up, but some of the Bleak never wore that shit. He was always smooth. I think that's why everybody thinks Denzel is so smooth because of this movie. Because this motherfucker was dripping with class through the whole movie. But he also had an issue. He go to dun, 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 dun. The boy liked booty too much. He was bagging everything that moved. He was a professional musician. He out there on the road doing his thing. So he was knocking them down. But the two chicks that he fucking fell in love with or he tied down the most was this one chick named Clark, played by the beautiful Cinda Williams. And then the other one played by Spike Lee's sister. And the only reason she got that role to me is that was Spike Lee's sister, and her name was Indigo. Her name was Indigo in the movie, right? Which this is what the movie kind of centers around. The fact that he got two chicks. Ain't no side chicks. They both side chicks because ain't neither one of them his main chick. But they all trying to be. They trying to be Denzel #1 chick. So he's playing in the band. They making a little money. They play for, they perform. I guess they home base when they perform in New York is at this Beneath the Dog is the name of it. At this club ran by John Turturro and his Jewish brother. They these Jewish nightclub owners or whatever. And they stick to the stereotype. You know what I'm saying? They all about the money. They try to cheat their musicians out of money and shit. And so that's the biggest fight that he having with them. But they got Giant supposed to be working on the contract, trying to get his contract, trying to readjust the contract or whatever. And that shit ain't working because Spike Lee, Giant, is like a habitual gambler. And so he always getting fucked up, always placing bets or whatever. And my man was like, yo, and Ruben Blades actually played the bookie in the movie. But Giant fucking up Bleak. Bleak's supposed to be blowing up the spot. He ain't making no money because his manager is fucking, he don't know how to work no deals. You know what I'm saying? He always trying to do some half-ass shit. He's like a janky promoter. You know what I mean? But the movie is dope. And I looked at it again, and then I even just went on here. I can't find too many holes in the movie, but there are a couple, and I'm gonna get to it because there are a couple holes. So they in the club playing or whatever, and so your boy Spike Lee, not Spike Lee, but Wesley Snipes, he the saxophone player named Shadow Henderson. He trying to be up in the front. So the band belongs to Bleak, which is Denzel. The band belongs to Bleak, but your boy be trying to showboat, be trying to grandstand, doing long solos and shit like that. But Bleak don't give a shit because he know that they're there for him. He's the star. He grew up. He grew up in music. That's his whole life. Is him making music. So, Ruben Blades is also the lad. He is Ruben Blades, also a very talented musician in his own right. He didn't play no instruments in the movie. He played a loan shark. But yeah, Ruben Blades be getting it in too. Thank you, Triborough, for that history. Matter of fact, I think Triborough gonna be my man to keep me on the right path. When I got some trivia, I need to know about the movie. If I stray, he gonna bring me back on course. So they go through the thing. First of all, let's get on these clothes. These motherfuckers was dressing like Andre 3000 before Andre was 3000. Mind you, I just told you the clothes was fly, but they was on some other shit. Motherfucker wearing like turtlenecks with blazers and shit. The piano player, I don't know what the fuck he was on. And then Giancarlo Esposito was the piano player. The other dude was on the drums, right? Left hand Lacey was on the drums. But motherfucking Giancarlo Esposito, this motherfucker wore monocles. He had that long cigarette with the long, the cigarette holder. This motherfucker on there, like he was dressed like some kind of French fucking pimp. And as a matter of fact, his girl was French too. His girl was French. So this motherfucker was all out there. He was wild. But the clothes was fucking crazy, dude. It was dope, but it was a Spike Lee overhaul. You know what I'm saying? You know how Spike be doing it. He be doing big things. But the movie is so dope because it really centers around this dude love interest, which is Clark and Indigo. So Wesley is dogging these hoes out, basically. Like, so it's a part in the movie. So one part, I guess they was touring in Europe, and he ends up going to some boutique, and he was dating both of them. So he bought both of them the same dress, which is crazy to me. This crazy work. He bought both his chicks the same dress. So Giant, who was Spike Lee, he always gambling. He bet him. He's like, yo, I bet you get them the same dress, they're gonna fucking wear the same dress. He's like, I'm gonna take that bet. So they in the club playing one night, and so Giant comes over to him like, yo, you owe me $200. $200. He said, for what? He said, remember the bet? He said, what bet? Remember we was both in France? You said you bought both of them the same dress? He said, yeah, but that'll never happen. Denzel with them facial expressions, he looked in like, Spike Lee pointed on one end of the bar is Clark, and on the other end of the audience is Indigo, and both these chicks is looking at each other. Denzel, cool as a fucking fan, cool as a cucumber. He's like, nah, it ain't nothing. I got this. This motherfucker walks out to the one chick, asks if she enjoying the show, and she's like, what's she doing here? He's like, who? Her. And he pointed over, chick looking straight at them. She see both of them together. He like, oh, free country. She can go wherever she want to do. Then he gets up, leaves her, walks around the club, sits down with the next chick. She like, I like her dress, Bleak. He like, what you mean? Oh, yeah, I like her dress, Bleak. He like, oh, yeah, well, good taste. Like, this motherfucker was cold-blooded, dog. He was on some other shit. So the little insight, Indigo was like a school teacher or some shit, right? She was like in class and all this shit. She was a school teacher. Clark was a singer, but Bleak didn't want to hear that shit. It wasn't like Prince and Apollonia. He was just like, yo, yeah, chicks was wearing the same dresses, fucking wild. But he didn't want to, she could sing, but he never listened to it. The other part, the other thing about this movie, my man was like, he was like Prince in a way. Don't nobody hear your music but you. This dude was all about his music. He was obsessed with his music. Like, the motherfucker had the dopest fucking crib I've ever seen in my life. All the shit that's hanging on the wall, I'm still trying to find a fucking scoreboard from the Detroit Tigers. This motherfucker had the scoreboard of the Yankees on that motherfucker. He was, man, my man was, when I say he was fly at all aspects, he was fly in all aspects. His crib was fly, his clothes was fly, even his fucking trumpet case was fly. He used to walk around with the trench coat with the trumpet slung over his arm like a shotgun type shit. The dude was cold-blooded. Y'all need to watch this movie. More Better Blues ain't no fucking punk. So the soundtrack is dope too. So Bleak going through it, so he got all this on his plate. The people that own the bar trying to get him to do long-term deal. Giant supposed to be getting them paid. The band don't like Giant. Nobody likes Giant except for Bleak, but he's loyal. That's his boy. So he won't fire his homeboy. He won't fire him, but he keep talking to him like, yo, you gotta get your shit together, bro. You gotta get it together. Shadow want to take over the band, but Wesley Snipes trying to take over the band. Denzel ain't letting it happen. Then it's like he's trying to fucking take care of his manager's bill problems and shit. Then the henchmen come in. So the henchman, I can't think of the dude that played the henchman, But one of the motherfuckers was Samuel L. Jackson. Samuel L. Jackson had that motherfucker was one of the bookies hitmen. And so whenever fucking Spike Lee owed some money, they go over there, they break the motherfucking fingers. Like all throughout the movie, he got a cast on one arm. At one time, he had a cast on. He had his fingers was in splints. Then they was about to beat his ass. So I'm going too far into the movie. So because I mean the movie is dope. Y'all gotta check this out. So Bleak dealing with all this shit. So the best way to do it is break it down with the relationship first. So you got Indigo. She ain't that. She's like an earthy type chick. You know what I'm saying? You know, she nice skin tone, nice crown. She got the natural hair going. You know what I mean? But real talk, I ain't even gonna talk about what we were talking about yesterday. But y'all gotta watch the movie, then you'll know what I'm talking about. Just think of Woodstock from Charlie Brown, and then think of him being dark skinned. That's what she looked like. Yo, so with that relationship, they both want to be the main dude or the main chick, but he ain't trying to tie down because his first love is his trumpet. That motherfucker go to the trumpet whenever. They be arguing and shit. He just tone them chicks out and just pick up his trumpet and start playing the trumpet. The movie is dope, man. Y'all gotta check this shit out. Yeah, she's Spike Lee. What's up, Nene? She's Spike Lee real sister or whatever. I think she got that role because of that, because he could have picked anybody to play the role. You know what I'm saying? Not saying, you know, maybe Spike was in the mood for like a real skinny chick with like a wild hair or some shit. That was his thing at the time. I don't know. Maybe that's what Bleak wanted in the movie. But if I had to pick between Clark and Indigo, I was going with Clark all day. Clark, on the other hand, she's an up-and-coming singer or whatever, fine and shit, doing her thing. She looked nothing like Spike. You sure about that? You sure about that? She looked just like Spike. That family got strong genes. They look just alike. Take his glasses off, and that's her. I don't know about that. They tell me she don't look like Spike. But no. But she is a beautiful woman. But anyways, he don't know. He can't pick between them. So then it comes to a head. I think the dress shit is what did it. Because they was pissed. They was pissed at him on that. So he lost both his chicks. Fucking around trying to be. They look just alike to me. That's what I'm saying. But he fucking around couldn't commit to either one of them. And so they both end up leaving him. And this is when they left him. So, no, her eyes, right? Yeah, but her eyes is beautiful. She got them hazel eyes. She got beautiful eyes. So what ends up happening? They playing at the thing. It's coming to a head. So finally, he fires Spike Lee. He's like, man, Giant, you're not doing your job, dude. No, Wesley Snipes. You know the problem with you, Giant? He's like, what's that? You keep coming up short. That was a good one. That was a good, man. They got some one-liners in there that's dope. You know, Giant was like, go and die, you fucking bum. Old girl was like, I like her dress, Bleak. Like they got some lines in there that's kind of dope. But so what ends up happening? He ends up firing old boy Giant. He fired my man. He's like, yo, you can stay at my crib. Oh, we finna get into that shit. So he let Giant stay at the crib while he paid off his debts, but he didn't pay him off fast enough because Bleak was like, yo, I'm getting them the money tonight. They're like, too late. They beat the shit out of Spike Lee. Spike eye was like, he looked like he had a baseball on his eye. They beat the shit out of him. So Denzel, always the hothead. In the movie, you can kind of tell he had a hot temper. He ended up punching old boy because they're like, oh, he ain't too bad. He ain't dead. He punched him. So then they started beating fucking Denzel ass. And so my man was like, hold him up, hold him up. So they punched him. And so Sam Jackson went to hold him up again. He said, hold him up again. Sam Jackson went to hit him and he hold his trumpet up and he punched the trumpet. And so he snatched the trumpet, said, give me that. And he hit him across the mouth with the fucking trumpet like, blow! Bust his shit all open, split his lip open and everything. And earlier in the movie, him and Clark was making love to one of my favorite songs by John Coltrane. You know what I'm saying? But they were making love and she bit his lip. And he's like, yo, you're nuts. I make my living with my lips. I mean, you know, that's another one line. He's like, yo, I'll make my living with my lips. You know what I mean? Yo, he did drop him. That's the thing. Triborough said, he said Bleak should have dropped Giant as a manager. cost him his career. That's the problem. He dropped him, but he still was his boy. And so it was a gift and a curse. The loyalty was a gift that he kept this dude on so long. But the curse is his own homeboy shit came back to haunt him. And when it came back to haunt him, it fucked him up because he busted his lip. That's, you know, all he could do is play trumpet, dude. You know what I mean? And when he got hit in the mouth, you know, with the trumpet, it fucked him up. So he spiraled, dog. He went from up here to down here real quick. Couldn't play the trumpet no more. Both his chicks left him. Motherfucker was sitting up there listening to fucking 8-track tape through headphones. Like he was going crazy and shit, laying out with all his music spread out. His vinyl collection. Yo, let's talk about his vinyl collection. Can y'all can't even understand the music this dude had. His vinyl collection was something fierce. And Triborough, you are a vinyl collector. You know what I'm talking about. My man vinyl collection was crazy in this movie, right? You know, first editions of shit. And but yeah, he ends up getting busted in the mouth and shit. So he takes off for a year, try to get his mouth together, try to play the horn again. In the meantime, when they left him, well, even before they left him, Spike Lee was like, yo, you seen Clark? Because Clark kept asking Bleak, let me sing, let me come up on stage and sing a song. And he's like, nah, I ain't hearing that or whatever. Shadow, which is Wesley Snipes' old snake ass, he was hitting on the old girl the whole time. He kept hitting on her. Every time he got a chance, he kept hitting on Clark, trying to get at her. Then he started tugging at them strings like, yeah, I bet you he ain't heard you sing yet. Why he ain't never let you sing at the club? You know what I'm saying? You know how dudes be trying to get that ass. And so they break that bro code. He broke that bro because he was trying to get on it. So finally she gave in to him, gave him the ass. Spike Lee, Giant went and told Bleak, yo, you seen Clark lately? He's like, nah. Say, well, her she been hanging with, you know, her she getting with your boy Shadow. He said, word? He said, yeah. He said, he been hitting it? He said, nah, he been hitting it. Like that. And when he did that, Denzel followed his arm, so his arm went across. When he said hit it, Denzel was like, oh, yeah. Well, she her own woman. She could do what she want to do. Bruh, soon as that shit happened, that motherfucker Denzel walking in the dressing room, he said Spike. Wesley Snipes came out to say something. They just start fighting right there in the hallway, right? Giant like, oh, get him out of here. So he ended up firing Shadow, ended up losing Clark to Shadow, because by this time, they still together. Shadow and fucking Clark kicking it strong. Lost his career because his boy got his lip busted open. So then he's like, fuck it, I can't get Clark back. So then he goes to Indigo. He knocking on her door like, yo, you know, let me in or whatever. She's like, yo, you dog me, Bleak. You dog me. And then the motherfucker was like, he said some old wild shit. He's like, yo, save my life. I'm dying. I need you to save my life. And she's like, what? He's like, yo, yeah, Shadow did that shit to spite him because Shadow was jealous the whole time, yo. Shadow was jealous the whole time, I believe. But he was like, yo, save my life. And she's like, he's like, have my baby. And she's like, nigga, you bugging. Get off me. And he's like, no. And then, you know, he took, yo, I don't know what it was about these fucking movies back in the day. She pushing him off in her robe and shit. This nigga, like, he hijacked the kitty. Like, he just manhandled her till she gave in and kissed him. And then next thing you know, they had the old Spike Lee montage where they kicking it and shit. Then she gets pregnant. They have a fucking, you know, they get married and shit. And they made amends with Spider and everything. And everybody's at the wedding and shit. And Spike Lee dad did a cameo on that playing her father, which is in real life her father. Man, it was dope, yo, exactly. That's why you don't keep cats around, man. We did that shit last week with Wood from Love Jones. Wood was a hating motherfucker. Every time you turn around, Wood ain't had shit to say right to old boy. Spider was the same way with Bleak. He couldn't fuck with him, though, because when they played Mo Better Blues, they went ham on that motherfucker. They went ham. They both played their ass off on that. And Spider knew that he couldn't do it because they played together. And then next thing you know, the light went off of him and went straight to Bleak. And Bleak started blowing up the fucking set. Spider knew. He was hating on him and he was doing a lot of shit to Spider, but he knew he couldn't fuck with Bleak. But the sad part, so a year later, after he get his lip had healed, next thing you know, now Spider got his own crew, got his own fucking quartet. And guess who the singer is for his group? Goddamn Clark. So now he fucking Clark. and he got Clark singing on stage with him. So Bleak come back. They apparently been talking, and so Spider, they made amends. Spider came through on the end though. I know he was hating at first, but he kind of came through on the end because he opened up the club for Bleak. You know, he's doing his set. He stopped his set to let Bleak get on stage and fucking perform, but his lip was still fucked up. So he's trying to hit the notes and he couldn't hit the notes. And Spider stepped right in for him, man. That shit was so dope because it was like the changing of the guard. Spider was the young, hot, up and coming dude. Bleak was the old head doing his thing, even though they had altercations and they had animosity. In the end, Spider came through for him because Bleak was he was dying on stage. It sounded like Denzel was actually trying to blow a trumpet for real. It was sounding bad. And when he went to hit the note, Spider came in. Huh? Yeah, Clark was a singer, dog. No, she wasn't a side piece. Clark was a singer. We're gonna talk about that. Like I said, we hitting it all over the map today. We're doing an ADHD style. So he get on stage, and right when he fuck up, that's when Wesley Snipes step in with the alto sax and picks up the slack. And then Bleak, he's distraught after that. He just walks off stage, start walking off. It's raining. Spike come running out like, "What's up, Bleak?" So Bleak handed him the trumpet. He's like, "You'll be back. You'll be back." Spike Lee with that voice, "You'll be back. You'll see." You know what I'm saying? And then one of my favorite lines, y'all probably heard me say this shit before, but Spike holds up the trumpet in the air in the rain while Bleak walks away in the rain, disgusted. Spike hold up the trumpet like, "I won't sell it." Like, this nigga still gambling like a motherfucker. You know he gambling because I think he had a fucking cane at the time. They still breaking parts of Spike. But he's like, "I won't sell it. I won't sell it, Bleak." Man, that shit hurt my heart, yo, when he said that shit. Because it's like, you knew he had his problems, but he still held on to the trumpet. And the thing about it is, what you don't get, when he said, "I won't sell it," that same trumpet, when Denzel does end up getting with Indigo, and they do have a family at the end, they got married, and she saved his life because through his son, he was able to continue living through music. And the same trumpet that the little kid was playing at the end is the trumpet that Giant had in his hand, said, "I won't sell it." You know what I'm saying? Triborough said he want a different. Hold on. Triborough said, "I want a different ending. Have Shadow leave town after Bleak beat his ass and Clark get her heart broke." Well, yeah, because you end up loving Bleak. You know he, like, straight up. Let's keep it a bean. He was a fuck boy. He was what we define as a fuck boy, but he was cool. He had loyalty. He was loyal to his people. He was creative. You know what I'm saying? He was driven. What part remind you of 8 Mile? Nene, you say something remind you of 8 Mile. What part remind you of 8 Mile, cuz? What part remind you of 8 Mile? When he said, "I won't sell it." I'm waiting for her to chat back. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Okay, yeah. When he don't sell, I get it. The 8 Mile joint when B Rabbit walked away and shit. Yeah. But, yo, that would be a dope sequel. So if anybody can tag Spike Lee in this post, tag him right quick so I can chop it up when I'm about doing a screenplay for Mo Better Blues Part 2, where, like, his son, whose name is Miles. Come on, man. They got so many little ditties about fucking jazz in this movie that's dope. His son grows up and do the Spike, do his brother thing. Ooh. Oh, that's good. Yo, bro, that's a good one for y'all. I don't know if anybody's on other than YouTube. That's a good one, Triborough. Zoe Kravitz would be Clark and SZA would be Indigo. I could see that shit. Yeah, Cheddar Bob shot himself in the leg. But I could see that. Yo, so who would play Denzel? Michael B. Jordan? I mean, I ain't gonna front. I know you're getting a lot of FaceTime right now, but Michael B. Jordan would be the perfect person to play the Denzel role or the son, I think, because he's smooth. You know what I'm saying? He's smooth. He got the structure. He can play the instrument. You know, he can act like he's playing the instrument. So it'd be like Michael B. Jordan, and then you'll have what's my man from Get Out? Yeah, Michael B. Jordan. And then my man from Get Out could play Shadow. The dude that played in Get Out, the one that fucking turned against old boy in Wakanda. Yeah, well, you know what I'm saying? Bring back Denzel as the old Bleak Gillum, and then like have Spike Lee in that motherfucker for sure. You know you gotta be up in there. But oh my man from nah, but the age gap is a little off. The age gap is a little off. But he could play that role. He can get by with that. I think he can get by with that. Old boy from Snowfall. Well, Nene, who you think should play the son? Who you think should play Miles Gilliam? I'm trying to think what's a good actor that can play it. But man, you spot on with that. Zoe Kravitz would be Clark, and SZA could play Indigo. That would be dope. I wonder who could play that. But yeah, that's the movie, man. Like I didn't have nothing to dig deep on with that, man, because that movie to me was so put together. Even Love Jones was put together too, but it was just some of the continuity parts in there. And Love Jones fucked me up. Yeah, Snowfall. No, Snowfall can't play Denzel. He would have to play the son of Denzel. I see what you're saying. Let him play the dude from Snowfall play the son. Yeah, Daniel Kaluuya. There we go. Like Wendy, like how what? I want to know what you're talking about, Taylor. Like how what? What are you talking about? Like how? How could they play the role? That would be perfect. Both of them, because they run the same age, that would be perfect. Have one play Bleak son and the other one play Shadow son or whatever. You know what I mean? That shit would be fire. I can see that. A whole Mo Better Blues Part 2. Man, that shit would be cold-blooded. I can see that shit. But keep it on a jazz thing. No, he can play Denzel's because super smooth. Yeah, the comment you made about Love Jones. Love Jones was flawed. Look, yo, go back and look at the episode I did last week. I already talked about it. Love Jones was flawed. It was a great movie. It is a great movie. Wendy, I talked about it because we sat up there and watched it. We watched it and we listened to the commentary. Love Jones had its flaws in it. And the movie would have been 30 minutes long had it been real life. If that movie would have been real life, Love Jones would have lasted 30 minutes. Because one, the first thing I would have did, I would have fucking punched Wood in the face. Then when old girl be like, should I go to New York? I'm like, nah, bitch. Yo, I would have been like, nah, bitch, you ain't going nowhere. You let me smash. It's over. But nah. That's Love Jones. We on Mo Better Blues this week. But we can talk about it all. I'm here for it all. I want all the heat on this one. But yeah, if you haven't watched Mo Better Blues, go check it out. If you don't like jazz, don't worry about it. The story will keep you. If you do like jazz, you in for a treat. If you like a love story with some twists and turns, you in for a treat. If you like to see a movie about loyalty, you in for a treat. You want to see some deceit and some deception and some backstabbing, you in for a treat. See, Triborough, that I don't agree with you on that. All right, that was love. That was Mo Better Blues. Trust me, you need to watch it. I wouldn't tell you to watch a movie if I didn't think it was dope. Except for apparently, I gave somebody some advice to watch a movie, and they still didn't get the movie. I don't know why. And the movie is called Sex and Lucia. It's subtitled, but it has one of the dopest stories I ever heard of in my life. But yo, I'm gonna throw this out there. Mo Better Blues is the second best Spike Lee movie ever made. Second best Spike Lee movie ever made. Nobody's touching X. X sits on top. Next is Mo Better Blues. Then it's Do the Right Thing. Come on. I welcome an argument on that. Even Triborough, New York's finest. You mean Kirkland? I'm going to be honest. No, Malcolm X was the first best movie. Spike Lee, the best movie Spike Lee ever did was Malcolm X. Next, Mo Better Blues. Next, Do the Right Thing. Next, He Got Game. Next, the movie about the Vietnam vets. You know what I mean? I think the next movie, man, I thank y'all for agreeing with me. Because if you think about it, then here's the fucked up part. Check this out, Nene. Check this out. Y'all check this out. No, He Got Game is the 4th best movie to me, bro. Crooklyn could be top 5. 5 Bloods. That's the movie I'm talking about. 5 Bloods come right after those that I was saying. Crooklyn, then 5 Bloods. It's like X. I call it X. Y'all call it Malcolm X. It's like X, Mo Better Blues, Do the Right Thing, He Got Game, Crooklyn, and then 5 Bloods. Crooklyn is my 5th best Spike Lee movie. That's my 5th best. Now, mind you, that's still fucking great honors. It's a good movie, but it's my 5th best movie. Crooklyn was dope as shit. Don't get me wrong. But if y'all know anything about me, y'all know Herb is my daddy. If y'all don't know this, if you're only people that know that's in the know what I'm saying when I say Herb is my daddy. So for me, Mo Better Blues, hands down. My daddy is Bleak Gilliam to me. That motherfucker was. When I saw Denzel, I'm looking at my pops. Smooth dressing, jazz nut, you know what I mean? And he is a ladies' man. You know what I'm gonna say? You know what I'm saying? Triborough said, hold on, let's see what he say. Crooklyn was good. They shot the film in my mom's old neighborhood where she grew up. That's what's up. Shout out to your moms, man. Shout out to Brooklyn. Brooklyn in the house, baby. So I wish I could pull up last week's episode so y'all could talk about Love Jones a little bit too. But I think the next movie that we're going to talk about, matter of fact, let's put it to the test. Let's put it to the test, y'all. What movie would y'all like me to deep dive? I will personally watch the movie, and I will watch it, and I will critique it for what I see from it and what I glean from it, and we're going to talk about it next week. Oh, shit. My fault, Nene. I'm sorry, y'all. You right. She right. I'm with her when she right on this shit. X. Mo Better Blues, School Days, and them Do the Right Thing. Fuck Disappearing X. X, Mo Better Blues, School Days. Fuck. Okay, I'm finna block Nene because she's fucking up my whole flow. You killing my vibe. All right. Man, that's hard. Now it's really hard. X is still my favorite. Okay. X, Mo Better Blues, and then a tie for 3rd is School Days and Jungle Fever. No, I just like Girl 6 because Teresa Randall showed her titties. I gotta be honest. Teresa Randall fucking fine as shit to me. Fine as shit. But Girl 6, that movie was ass. I just wanted to see her topless. That's the only reason I bought the movie. You really want to know? I'm gonna be honest. That's why I bought the movie, because Teresa Randall had the best titties in the world. There, I said it. I'm ashamed. So thank you for that. Because Spike Lee's first movie was a porno. Have y'all not ever seen She Gotta Have It? That shit was like, oh girl, the chick, and matter of fact, she's the same chick that was in all the Delicious Vinyl videos. Nah, yeah, because Rosie Perez was showing them areolas, but She's Gotta Have It, the first movie he did, that black and white movie with Tracy, her name is Tracy somebody. She's always in the Busta Move videos with, what's my nigga name? Young MC and Wild Thing with Tone Loc. That was a porno. Like, none of them could act. All the acting was bad. This was like, Spike, this seemed like a school fucking project. They just had fucking in it. They was just fucking all over the place. That movie was like, but it did give us the great Mars Blackman. Yeah, the chick from there was the chick that Nino stole from fucking exactly. But she also was in New Jack, but she's also, if you go back and look at all the Busta Move videos, she was in that. She was in Tone Loc Wild Thing. She was in all those movies. She got linked up with Delicious Vinyl over on the West Coast. She was in all those movies, all those videos. Andy, everybody say what's up to Andy. Get well soon, Andy. I know you was dealing with some stuff. Tracy Camille Johns, that's her name. Her name is that's a porn name. Anyway, but no, man, that's hard, man. Nene, you killed me tonight, baby. You killed me on that. I ain't gonna lie. Was she Albie Shure's ex-girlfriend? Wow. I didn't know that. But nah. So we all agree with X. Listen, if y'all agree that X was the best, this is what I want y'all to do. I need some fucking participation. If y'all believe X was the best Spike Lee movie, put an X down. I need everybody to type X. Just put an X on there. Everybody put an X. If Malcolm X was the best Spike Lee movie, put an X. Yeah, I love Khalees. She fine as shit. Khalees thicker than her though. If Malcolm X was the best movie, put an X. I got one X. Thank you, Nene. Y'all throw an X up there. If y'all think Malcolm X was Spike Lee's best movie, put an X. Thank you, DM. We missing a whole lot of fucking X's. Can I get an X? Triborough. I don't need LOL. I need X. That shows participation. All right, I guess that's all I'm gonna get. Some of y'all must just be listening to the pod. It don't matter. Listen, watch, do whatever you want to do. All right. So, the second best movie by Spike Lee. If you believe it's Mo Better Blues, put M-O on there. And if you believe it's something else, tell me what's Spike Lee's second best movie. Oh, okay. What was his best movie to you, Triborough? What was the best movie? Thank you. Number 2 is Mo Better Blues. We agree, people. I need Triborough to tell me what's Spike Lee's best movie. If you say Girl 6, dog, you gotta go home. I'm waiting on him to say something. Oh, you gotta do the okay. That's fair. That's fair. You know what I'm saying? Because I know it had a lot of going on with New York. How y'all feel about that? I can't agree. Before X came out, I would agree with you. I would literally agree that Do the Right Thing would be his best. Not because the claims that he got, but because that movie was dope. And Rosie Perez was topless with the ice cubes. But then when X came out, it flip-flopped it. Because let's be real. School Days, School Days set the tone for everybody. New York probably was already on that, but everybody in America was dressing. Oh, y'all had a riot. Yeah, I know y'all had riots, man. Y'all in New York, y'all evil. But School Days had people dressing. Motherfuckers was dressing like they was in college and never even passed the 10th grade because of School Days. Like School Days had people wearing Lettermans again. Motherfuckers was stepping. I remember going to like proms and motherfuckers stepping. I'm like, nigga, ain't no fraternity in high school. Motherfuckers they was doing all kind of shit. G5G, that's what you want to be. Motherfuckers stepping and shit. Like, dude, you ain't even in school no more. What are you doing? They was wearing Lettermans and shit. They was doing all kind of shit. Yo. So, all right. So Mo Better Blues is the second best movie. Now, y'all on your own on this, but like I said, my third best Spike Lee movie is a tie between School Days and Do the Right Thing. I got School Days and Do the Right Thing very contested. But who could forget Samuel L. Jackson as Gator? Gator! Okay, Nene said X, School Days, Mo Better Blues, and Crooklyn. Hey, Bro, Detroit had a couple of riots too, homie. We did. We definitely did. So do the right thing. Jungle Fever is the third best, man. I got it. Jungle Fever is, yo, straight up. The only thing I didn't like about Jungle Fever, it was one thing I didn't like about Jungle Fever. One thing. And by the way, the chick that played in Jungle Fever, the white chick, because she was in Jungle Fever, she became one of my favorite actors through any movie she in. I gotta watch it because she's in it, because Spike Lee movie. Do y'all do that? Do y'all see a movie that y'all like so much that the actor that plays in it, you be wanting to see what else they're gonna do? I can't even say her name. Her name was like Scirocco or some shit. I don't even know. Annabella Scirocco, Sarkazy, or whatever the hell. School Days, your top. Wendy, School Days? Your number 5? Idris who? Idris Elba? Soundtrack. Oh my God. Oh, soundtrack. I can't do sound. Well, the best soundtrack is Mo Better Blues. But School Days was tough. School Days had a tough. And the reason why School Days was tough, Nene, do you remember why Detroit is tied to School Days? Do you remember? You from Detroit, so do you remember? If you watch School Days, there's a part in School Days when they're doing the talent show. When they're doing the talent show in School Days, they do this song. This is dude singing. It's right before Tisha Campbell and them get on stage and do their thing. And it's a flowers would not bloom until it is that season, and we would not be here unless it was our destiny. He from Detroit. That dude from Detroit. He wrote that song, and Spike put that shit in the movie. And that song is so fucking cold. Because I think he wrote it for Stevie Wonder or some shit. Like he wanted Stevie Wonder to sing it. Something happened. But the dude that sung that song. Oh, top movie soundtracks. Y'all want to do the top movie soundtracks? We can do that right now. Because everybody give me one soundtrack. And what we'll do is, y'all give me a soundtrack. Everybody give me a soundtrack. Just one. Just give me one. You only can put one. And we'll poll it. We'll poll the soundtracks and we'll see which one's the best out of what everybody picked. I'm not even going to say it. I'm going to type mine in. Just give me one. If you going with Juice, Nene, that's 2. I know Gigi meant Superfly. All right, here we go. And here go mine. Damn, what's a soundtrack I listen to? Oh, shit. Somebody probably already said it. All right. I'm with this one. That's mine. Superfly soundtrack. Shaft soundtrack was in. But Superfly soundtrack, I still listen. I'm still pissed off at that. Yo, I gotta get personal. Beyonce took a song off the Superfly soundtrack and made a song off of it. And I'm mad still because I had already sampled the motherfucking song. I was gonna make a song out of it. And she took the Curtis Mayfield song and she made a song out of it. And so, once Beyonce touched some shit, it's Beyonce's forever. Menace to Society had a cold soundtrack. I talked about this last week, but I'm going to tell you again. Love Jones soundtrack. Bro. The Love Jones soundtrack was the shit. And so was. Have any of y'all watched Half Plenty yet? I told y'all last week to watch Half Plenty. Did y'all listen to that soundtrack for Half Plenty? The movie didn't make nothing in the box office. It was a B-rated movie, but the soundtrack was fucking cold. The soundtrack was cold. Okay, because I'm gonna go ahead and put it on there. This soundtrack was dope as hell to me. That was, if y'all like Prince, that whole fucking soundtrack was cold-blooded. Y'all gotta feel me on this one. Don't diss it until you listen to that soundtrack. Prince tore that shit up. Because to this day, till today, I still get fucking emotional off of Sometimes It Snows in April. Yeah, Parade. That was the soundtrack for Under the Cherry Moon. Thank you, Mr. Fact Checker. Yes, I mean Parade, which is the soundtrack to Under the Cherry Moon. One, that was when Prince finally cut off all that long ass hair and was rocking that pompadour shit. Prince stopped wearing blouses and shit and started wearing suits and shit. Yeah, Parade. That's it. Are we on number 2? Yes, we're on number 2, Wendy. We're on number 2. But yeah, Parade was my shit. I still listen to that soundtrack in the ride today. Yes, he had, because Kiss was on the Parade album. His hair went short for the movie because, he couldn't wear like fucking rollers in his hair no more. So to play that role, he cut his hair. Kiss was from that movie. Like it wasn't from that movie. It was in that genre. And then You Need Another Lover Like You Need a Hole in Your Head. Girls and Boys. Christopher Tracy's Parade. Of course, Sometimes It Snows in April. Mountains. It's only mountains. I didn't know what octave I want to try. But yeah, you know what I'm talking about. That motherfucker was doing it. And then when that motherfucker bust out a suit, he still had bell bottoms and heels on. But he had a suit. He wasn't wearing like a trench coat with a G-string no more. Motherfucker was like, oh shit. He wasn't dressed like a French pompadour. Mountains is the shit. Yo, this podcast is only for the grown and sexy. If y'all can't understand what we're talking about right now, y'all might need to go over to another podcast. Everybody that dropped something in here, every fucking soundtrack I listened to into the CD pop. You feel me? Because Above the Rim, that shit was fire. The Above the Rim shit. Who is Mahoney Blues? You gotta help me out with that, Taylor. Who's the Man soundtrack? First, I bet you Triborough would be impressed with this one. Who's the Man soundtrack was the first album that Biggie was on. Party and Bullshit. Party and Bullshit. Hucks for the honeys, pound for the roughneck. Said he had beef. Asked me if I had my piece. Sure do. 222s in my shoes. Holler at me, love, if you're in the house. Bullshit and party. And Biggie used to do this skit. This is how old I am. When he used to perform that, in the part where they stopped, he say, and a fucking bright fight broke out. They used to bum rush the stage and act like they fighting this shit. And then he be like, can't we just all get along so I can put hickeys on your neck like little Sean? Yo, shouts out to Biggie. Shouts out to Biggie, to my man Biggie. That's my dude. All right. Soundtrack. Give me another soundtrack. What's the soundtrack? So the reason why I say I have plenty, Babyface produced that whole album. Prince produced the whole Batman album. If you know the story about that, they only wanted Prince to do one song on the Batman album. And then Prince came in and say, yeah, here you go. And gave him a whole fucking smorgasbord of music. And then finally they was like, nah, just let him do the fucking soundtrack. Oh, what Nene? Who was on 4? Oh, Boomerang! Oh, chef's kiss for that. Boomerang, yes. Yeah, bruh. Did you just fucking say Saturday Night Fever? Bee Gees was cool, but Saturday Night Fever? The Bee Gees did that whole album too, I guess. Boomerang, Michael and Prince would have been a classic. What do you mean? Oh, if they did some shit together, that wasn't gonna happen. No, the Bee Gees is the shit. By the way, Triborough, I got you. I got you. You are a music connoisseur. You are not a black music connoisseur. You're a music connoisseur. But no, listen, I'm gonna give y'all something. If y'all go listen to what's my man Barry Gibbs' album, Daft Punk stole the song with Pharrell, and who's my man play the bass, play the guitar? It's Daft Punk, Pharrell. We up all night to have fun. We up all night to get lucky. That song, they stole Andy Gibbs' song, and they tried to make it sound like it was an original song. It wasn't. You can literally go listen to this song by Andy Gibbs or Barry. It's Andy Gibbs. Andy Gibbs when he did his solo shit. That song, that whole bass line, the whole fucking melody, and the chorus, everything. Daft Punk just sped the song up, and they put a bass on it and put Pharrell on it. I'm not with you on the Beverly Hills Cop. Oh, Triborough saying something here. R. Kelly did the remake Shaft. Isaac Hayes did the original Shaft. She said, motherfucking Rocky 5. What song was on Rocky 5? Eye of the Tiger was on number 2, right? I know the remake was Samuel with Peoples, my man Peoples. This Egyptian cotton bitch, this 100% Egyptian cotton bitch, it's cost more than your paycheck. Again, that motherfucker, Jeffrey Wright, what's his name? It's not Jeffrey Wright. Is it Jeffrey Wright? It is Jeffrey Wright. Jeffrey Wright. That motherfucker. And I've talked to people that's Dominican, and they're like, yeah, he hit it right on the nose. I thought he was doing over the top shit. I didn't think he sounded like that for real. Like, I didn't think he sounded like an authentic Puerto Rican or whatever. Because people was like, yeah, that's how motherfuckers be talking. I didn't know that. Oh, I'm Ivan Drago. I must break you. I got a soundtrack for y'all. The Breakfast Club. That soundtrack was dope. Go listen to the Breakfast Club soundtrack. That shit was fire. Waiting to Exhale. I don't know, man. I wasn't really a fan. That power ballad shit back then when everybody was trying to be power ballad, power singers, diva singers, I wasn't really feeling that. I don't think I was feeling that much. They did have a couple of songs on Waiting to Exhale that was dope. I ain't gonna front, but I just couldn't get into the whole shit. It was a time where you knew R&B was dying. Yo, what's up with the R&B shit? Let's pivot for a minute. We need more R&B, like for real R&B, like for real R&B, not hip hop light R&B, not auto tune R&B, like straight up fucking R&B. You got a party song, you got 2 fucking ballads in there, love ballads. You got a song about losing love, and then the rest of the songs is just you singing about fucking feeling good and being happy. I'm not trying. I like Whitney. I just didn't listen to the whole soundtrack was like, okay. How many times? But Mary J. Blige got it going. Mary J. Blige, Ain't that her? 11 years. 11 years. I sacrificed. Ain't that her? Not Gonna Cry. Wasn't that on the soundtrack? Somebody tell me, because it was all a blur to me. Yeah, Not Gonna Cry. Wasn't that on Wait and Exhale? I think it was on Wait and Exhale. Right? Okay, thank you. Because every time I see it, I think about fucking Angela Bassett burning up the Benz. So that was the movie. And then old boy was on that motherfucker. Bubba Gump was like, "You raggedy bitch." Yo, that movie was dope. Yo, that nigga was wearing a straight up vest with no shirt on. Who the fuck was doing wardrobe? Who was doing wardrobe? That nigga had on a fucking leather vest with no shirt. And I'm thinking back, have I ever wanted to go out to a cabaret with just a fucking leather vest on? Like, who the fuck does that? Like, nigga, you are not a part of the Gap Band. Why are you wearing a leather vest in the daytime? In the daytime. Who does that shit? Anyway. No, he was a fucking bum for real. He was a bum. And to circle back, I can hear Spike Lee or I hear Giant as a kid. Go and die, you fucking bum. That's what he looked like. Nigga throw an orange at Layla Rashawn. Who throws an orange at Sunshine? You don't throw no orange at Sunshine, yo. He would have got his ass beat. Straight up. Straight up. Hey, but here's the soundtrack that y'all didn't even know was a soundtrack. Come on, come in close. Come in close. Did you know that the movie Idlewild featuring Outkast was actually supposed to come out at the same time as the Love Below Speakerbox album? Did y'all know that? But because of contractual differences, Idlewild came out after Speakerbox came out. Well, before Speakerbox came out. So that's why the songs, nobody knew the songs. Nobody knew the songs. You were supposed to be able to sing the songs to the movie because Speakerbox and Love Below was supposed to come out, but Andre 3000 wasn't ready with his album. He wanted to do something different, and they had to keep extending it out. So people saw Idlewild, but they were hearing songs. Yo, it wasn't great though. Only a couple of songs I like. Yeah. Idlewild was the shit. To me, Idlewild, that's a movie I can watch. Like, you remember how they used to play fucking Brother Where Art Thou every fucking week on Ted Turner Network, TNT? They need to put Idlewild on every fucking week. That movie is dope as fuck. That's just me. And then if you listen to the Love Below, listen to Andre 3000 songs. She is in my head. Stays alone. When he was doing Embalming Old Girl after she died. Ooh, Crush Groove. Crush Groove was a no skip fucking soundtrack except for Sheila E's song. Challenge me for it. Prove me wrong. I'm Sheila E. and I'm talking about yeah. Let miss me with that shit. I think she even wore one of Prince's outfits in the movie. Don't quote me on it. I know they not, but that whole point, they could play Brother Where Art Thou. They need to play Idlewild. Idlewild need to be in that motherfucking rotation because that's one of the movies. That's just one of the movies you can watch. You can just watch that shit. Like, the shit's dope. House Party 1 soundtrack was dope. Yeah. House Party soundtrack was dope. Because they had Luther Vandross, King of the Covers. I guess I'm finna say something fucking bogus. Luther Vandross, all his hits were fucking cover songs. I'll wait. Get your Wikipedia out and your Google out. Every one of his songs, covers. Every one that was a hit, covers. Go ahead. And I challenge you, Triborough, for this one. If not everyone, 80% of his hits were repeat songs, cover songs, or remakes. I said 80. I changed it up before you wrote that shit. 80% of his songs that was hits. And you saying Dance With My Father. That's way after he blew up. That's a way after you blow up song. Dance With My Father, he wasn't Luther. He was just blowing up. He had blown up, and then that was Skinny Luther, dying from AIDS Luther. I'm talking about, oh yeah. Well, all right. All them shits. You know what I'm saying? Creep, that shit was a fucking remake. And I'm only telling you shit that I had to get proved wrong on it because I saw receipts. They even talked about it. Fat Luther era, yes, Fat Luther. There's two different Luther Vandrosses. It's the fat one. Then when he died from a cardiac arrest, they put the clone in and he started getting skinny. Y'all ain't ready for that. Y'all know Michael Jackson died in 1982? And his body double took over the role of Michael Jackson. Think about it. Michael Jackson, there have been 3 Michael Jacksons. There was 3 Michael Jacksons. True story. True story. 3 Michael Jacksons. The name Michael Jackson coined the phrase plant because it was a moneymaker. And then the other Michael Jackson got smart, started buying up catalogs. The Pepsi-Cola commercial. Remember the Pepsi-Cola commercial? He blew up on stage, but then next thing you know, he only singed his hair. And he was giving us the thumbs up with the glove on. That wasn't even Mike. That was somebody wrapped in a fucking blanket with a glove on. You couldn't tell that was Mike. Mike been gone. One of the greatest to ever do it. Shouts out to Mike and Michael and then Michael Jackson. Nah, bro, his head got blowed up. He died that day. They assassinated Mike Jack. Then they put his body double in. Body double. The only reason why he's a body double because he had the same eyes as Mike. Because if you look at all the eyes are the same, but all the bone structure is different. I'm telling you, it's 3 different Michael Jacksons. And I ain't gotta prove I'm right. You gotta prove me wrong. How about that? Prove me wrong. There was 3 different Michael Jacksons. Nina, you heard it before, right? I'm telling you. The Mike we know and love, that's the Mike from the Motown 25. That's Mike. That was Michael Jackson. Period. That was Michael Jackson. Allegedly. Hey, man, this is the Left Hand King podcast. We got conspiracy theories. We got allegedly stories. We got all kind of shit going on over here. You know what I mean? I'm with the shenanigans tonight, baby. I'm with the shits. It's a gift and a curse. Really, did he want to look white? Or was he forced to change his look? And his way of putting the word out that he wasn't with that shit was putting out the song called Black and White. He showed you right there how you could morph people. It was showing that morphing shit, how people was changing right on the screen. Am I black or white? You know what I mean? White kids ain't take him down. The fucking prison music complex took him down. The prison music funnel took him down. Mike Jack was a Crip. Michael Jackson was a fucking Crip. Did you know that? Michael Jackson was a fucking Crip. Oh, now you just trolling. Michael Jackson wasn't no fucking white lady. Michael Jackson died in a Pepsi-Cola commercial. His body double, they changed him up. They had to fucking change him up so much because people was like, yo, that don't really look like Mike. No, his dance moves wasn't the same. Allegedly. Listen, Michael Jackson used to go to Studio 54 and have freak parties and shit. Do cocaine. Fuck Asian bitches. Mike Jack was wilding. He was a fucking dude from Gary, Indiana. Joe didn't beat his ass that bad. Oh my God. Mike was a Crip. Mike was a Crip. Okay. I see we have some non-believers. Michael Jackson was a Crip. Michael Jackson used real gangbangers in his videos. Real gangbangers, not actors dressed in blue and red. He used real gangbangers. Who else can do that shit? Kendrick can do it. Kendrick can do it. Right now, Kendrick could probably do it. But at that time, allegedly, Mike Jackson was a Crip. I'm telling you, Mike Jackson was a Crip. Use is the key word. He was an honorary Crip. Just like, you know how they be honorary, making motherfucker honorary doctorate degrees? The Crips, they love Mike Jack. I'm not telling you nothing that I'm just making up. Research, this is me search. You do your research. I'm telling you. See? I knew you was going to go there. What I'm saying is, the OGs, not these motherfuckers running around just killing each other now. The OGs literally gave Mike Jack a pass for life. Nobody would touch. Mike Jackson could walk in the middle of fucking Compton, in the middle of anything on the West Coast, and never get touched. Period. If he wanted to, never get touched. I'm telling you. Nah, Jim Jones is an actual blood now. He had gangbangers in his videos too. I see what you're saying, but you're not poking holes in my theory, homie. It's documented. There's been real beat down, putting in work ass gangbangers that said it. Mike Jack was a fucking Crip. Telling you. Nah, man, he wasn't no god. He was goddamn definitely world. Mike Jack been dead since June 25th, 2010. Mike Jack been dead. And it's motherfuckers that weren't even born that still know who Michael Jackson is. So on that, he wasn't no god. You fail. Wait a minute. Man, did you fall right now? Or are you talking about what happened a couple of weeks ago? GG, are you talking about right now, or are you talking about what happened a while ago? Because you just put I fail. Oh, okay. Don't be scaring me like that. You just put that on there. I'm about to jump in an Uber. Oh, okay. Don't be doing that. Don't be announcing shit like that on here, man. I'm like, what? Yeah, she fell, Nene. She said she fell, but she really owed some gambling debts. And she couldn't pay, so they got her. I tried to pay it off, but they hit me with a trumpet. Triborough, you see how I brought it all the way back to Mo Better Blues? You see that? You like that? Yo, I was born for this shit. That ain't God power. That's just dumbass white people. What are you talking about? Nobody was gonna touch Mike Jack. It wasn't about being touched, homie. Whatever. I don't know what level you thinking on. What I'm saying is they made Michael Jackson an honorary Crip. That's not so far-fetched to believe, right? They do it all the time. I'm just saying, this is in the 80s. The 80s, back when Ricky got shot. Ricky! I'm talking about that gangbang time frame. He was human. He was 3 humans. He wasn't no fucking alien, man. That's the shit they want you to believe. Mike Jackson wasn't no goddamn alien. He was dope. He was mad talented, and he was well loved. Put it like this: ain't nobody ever gonna put a fucking #1 hit out doing a song about a rat ever again. That nigga made a song called Ben, and it hit the fucking Billboard charts like it was nobody's tomorrow. This nigga sung a love song to a fucking rat. Ben, the two of us need look no more. Like, this nigga couldn't do nothing wrong. But Michael Jackson did. Yes, I know he made an album about Ben, but you gotta understand, there's things you don't know about Michael Jackson. Michael Jackson also put an album out before Off the Wall that flopped. I think he had like 4 albums that flopped before Off the Wall hit. So he wasn't just a Bengali. He didn't just make hit after. Michael Jackson actually put in work for that shit. Michael Jackson put out some shit called The Best of Mike or Dinner Time with Mike or some shit. Yo, if you got those albums, please hold on to the motherfuckers because they're going to be worth some money. So you know what I'm talking about. He's no God. He just really transcended. And that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I don't knock him. All that other shit, whatever. When they persecute Elvis Presley for fucking a 14-year-old and marrying her, then talk to me about some of the shit that Mike did. And white kids didn't bring him down. They was pawns. Say Michael Jackson touched you because they wanted to get them catalogs back. That nigga Michael Jackson ain't forever Michael. Thank you. See? By the way, if y'all not following Triborough, y'all need to follow him. This motherfucker is a wealth of knowledge. He's a music connoisseur. He's a sports connoisseur. The motherfucker, his whole life is based around facts, and he knows shit. That's why I like going at him with shit. Because he can prove me wrong, but he'd be respecting me enough to know he don't want to be proving me wrong and shit. He just be like talking shit. But he knows a lot of shit. Because yes, Forever Michael came out. Nobody even bought that motherfucking album. But when Off the Wall came out, after he came out of Studio 54 and he gave up the cocaine, Mike was the shit. That nigga was moonwalking. I learned this shit when I was on cocaine. I'm telling you. Mike ain't what you think. He wasn't he's a man child. He didn't get a chance to grow up. That motherfucker was in Studio 54. And if y'all know anything about Studio 54, that's Jeffrey Epstein and P. Diddy party all wrapped into one, except for you got to pay a cover charge. They was wilding out in that bitch, doing cocaine off of booties and fucking wearing roller skates on the dance floor. I give you that. Off the Wall was a disco album. People don't say that, but I give you that. You know what else was a disco album? And it was a soundtrack. One of the dopest soundtracks ever. Thank God It's Friday with Donna Summers on it. You didn't think I was going to go with there. Donna Summers. Thank God It's Friday with Jeff Goldblum in it. Donna Summers. Go watch the movie. The soundtrack was fire as fuck. Also, another classic, Triborough, I Don't Believe You. I gotta put this up. Come on, man, starting to catch on to me. Hold on, let's see. This was the third time I heard you say cocaine off booty in a lesson. Hey, go watch Thank God It's Friday. I'm telling you. Y'all need to watch that fucking movie. That shit funny as fuck. Man, you made me lose my train of thought, dog. God damn it. I said thank God It's Friday, and I just lost my train of thought. It was something else I was going to say. Damn, man, you killed me with that. What were we talking about? Last disco movie. Forever Michael. Oh, well, either it's a lie or it wasn't meant to be told, because I don't remember what I was going to tell y'all. Anyway, yeah, man. Watch Mo Better Blues. Good movie. Spike Lee, some of his best shit. We can all agree if it wasn't your number 2 or number 1. Was it Donna Summers I was gonna tell you about? Nah, it wasn't Donna Summers. It was something else I was gonna say. But if y'all haven't watched these movies, y'all need to go watch these movies. This is the movies y'all need to watch. Oh shit! Is that Ms. Mari? Is that my niece? I haven't seen you in a month of Sundays. Blessings to you, sis. We're missing you over here. We ain't heard from you, but now we know you all good. So y'all need to watch Mo Better Blues next week. Happy birthday, Mari! Happy birthday. Everybody say happy birthday to my niece from New York, Miss Mari, my Puerto Rican niece, my beautiful niece. So next week, Nene, you still here? Taylor, you still here? Gigi, you still here? Triborough, you still here? Give me a movie that we can deep dive on. Give me a movie y'all want to talk about next week. Because I think I'm thinking of a movie, but I'm not gonna bring it up. I'm almost sure Triborough probably say it. But give me a movie that we're gonna talk about next week, and we can talk about it. Anyone? Say a movie again. You want me to scroll up here? Let me scroll up, because you're not gonna tell me. Not Idlewild. Not Under the Cherry Moon. Oh, Five Bloods. You want to do Five Bloods, right? Oh, Disappearing Act. You want to do Disappearing Acts? Gigi said Jason. She said Jason Bourne. Which one, Gigi? What's Jason Bourne? Godfather 1. Oh shit, that's a good one. You want to do all of them? Okay. So y'all homework assignment is Disappearing Acts, Godfather 1, and any of the Jason Bourne movies. That's what I thought you said. Five Bloods. You want to do Five Bloods? But that's a Spike Lee movie. That's a Spike Lee movie. We just did a Spike Lee movie. Give me an obscure movie. No, we ain't on last night, homie. All right, but Five Bloods. You want? Just tell me what it is. You probably did mention it last night, but I was on that brown. So give me a movie. Is it Five Bloods? You want to do Five Bloods? I gotta find it. Oh no, we're not doing Roots. I'm sorry. I am not on the slave movie tip. I will probably never watch. I will probably never watch another slave movie, unless you show a slave movie where they go back in time and they give all the slaves like AK-47s. I'll watch that shit twice. Boy, pick that cotton. Pick up your teeth. What teeth? Brrr. I will watch that shit. That shit will be funny. All right, let's see. I've never seen what? Ooh, Lady Sing the Blues. Y'all want to talk about Lady Sing the Blues? That one sparks me. Okay, I said spark. This is what we're gonna do. Next week, we're gonna talk about which movie is the best. I need y'all to remember this, because I know Gigi gonna remind me. We're gonna talk about Lady Sing the Blues or Sparkle. We're gonna do a versus. We're gonna do a versus. We're gonna do a movie versus. And next week, be prepared to be pulled up here. I might pull somebody up tonight. I don't know. We still got a minute and a half. But Lady Sing the Blues and Sparkle. And I want to know which one you like the best. And I want to know which one struck you the best. And I want to know your best scenes and all that stuff. So I want to do I'm gonna send you the link right now. I'm gonna send everybody the link. Hold on. Ma, we can't do the bodyguard lady saying, which one you want? If y'all want to pop up right now, if y'all want to pop up on the stream, I put the stream link right there. I want y'all to pop up. Talk to me. Instead of typing, talk to me. But we're not going to do the bodyguard. We're going to do Lady Sing the Blues. So Lady Sing the Blues and Sparkle. And then after that, we're going to do, I got one for y'all. We're going to do a versus battle between 5 Heartbeats and the Temptations. How about that? How about that? Lady Sing the Blues and Sparkle. 5, and not the new stuff, nothing new. We're doing all old stuff. So there's no remakes involved. Lady Sing the Blues, Sparkle. And then maybe in 2 weeks we might do Temptations versus 5 Heartbeats. What y'all think about that? By the way, Gigi, this is tea from my mug that I had tea earlier and it got cold, so I'm just sipping on it. So let's see who we got. We got Charborough in here. Let's see what Charborough got to say. What's up, bro?
What's good? Salute.
So salute, brother. So next week, tell me that's not a podcast worth watching.
That's a good one. That's a good one. Because you know what? Because I never saw Sparkle and I never saw Lady Sings the Blues. So I'm going to watch both of them.
I need you to do this. Just do this. Do this right now. On your hand. Go like this. Let me see your hand. Let me see your hand.
Why you want me?
Okay, you black. What the fuck?
Yeah, I'm black. I haven't seen them. I haven't seen them. I just haven't seen them. And they're hard to find on streaming.
Is it all on streaming?
Nowadays, it's not on DVD no more. They're out of print, but on streaming, like a lot of those links are gone.
Hey, see if you can find it, bro. I want you to watch them. I really want you to watch them. And this is why I want you to watch them. Both of them premised around women, first of all, right? Mm-hmm. Lady Sing the Blues, of course, we know Billie Holiday. Sparkle around a group with Sister and all them. Watch these fucking movies. I already know what I'm gonna talk about.
Okay.
The time frame of these movies being made, which was a throwback. These movies are 70s movies, but throwbacks to earlier day. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
So you're gonna enjoy it. And I'm telling you straight up, this is not like the movie I recommended for somebody else. You're gonna enjoy these movies because that's when Philip Michael Thomas was fucking the heartthrob in the hood. You know, light-skinned nigga with curly hair, with green eyes. But other than that, you're gonna like it. I promise you that. But yo, Michael Jackson, there was 3 Michael Jacksons.
No, there wasn't. Where do you get these conspiracy theories from? Because I never heard that before.
You never heard this?
I never heard that before. Now,
Nene, what you doing right now? Hit the link and come up. Nene, hit the link. I don't want the 2 versions of Sparkle. I want the original with Irene Cara. The original version of Sparkle with Irene Cara, with Loretta McKee, with I can't think of the mama name. She just passed recently, but she also played the Oracle in the What's her name?
Who was in Lady Sings the Blues?
Diana Ross.
Diana Ross.
Richard Pryor.
Yeah.
Because he did a scene. I ain't going nowhere, Jack. You got to kill me. You got to shoot me in the face. I'm not turning my back to none of y'all crackers.
Was he on drugs back then?
Yeah, he was on drugs back then. And in the movie, he was on drugs.
Right.
I'm not gonna get a movie up. I'm not watch.
I'm gonna try to find it. I'm gonna try to find it first.
Mary Alice. Thank you, Gigi. Mary Alice. Mary Alice plays the mama, right? She also played the Oracle when the first Oracle died from the Matrix. Remember the first chick with all the moles on her face and shit? Yeah. She passed, and Mary Alice took over the Matrix.
Okay.
Billy D. Williams and Diana Ross plays in Lady Sing the Blues.
Right.
So that's something for you to watch, bro. That's a fucking dope ass movie.
I'm gonna try to find them if they're on streaming. I'm gonna try to find them and watch them.
And let me know if you can't, because I try to send you some links. Because I got I know somebody that know links that know where you can look at certain movies.
I know.
Allegedly.
I know about the jailbroken stuff.
No, I don't know about none of that. I'm just saying I know somebody that might be able to put you in contact.
Well, I know about it because I've actually done it, but
stop. She said, Nene said mahogany. Mahogany was cool. Do you know where you're going to? Do you like the things that life is showing you? That's from Mahogany, if you didn't know.
That's a song. That's a song you need to sample.
No, it's already sampled.
Sample it again.
Like I did Fat Booty.
Yeah, no, like you did the one last night, the Sam Cooke joint.
Bro, you put me on to something. Hey, I'm finna give some roses, y'all. Let me give some roses. Me and Tri Borough have been knowing each other since 2022.
Only that I thought it was before 22.
Was it before?
I said
20. I said 22.
22. Okay.
You might be right. I think you're right. I'm not even up front. I said 22 because I'm thinking. I said give it 3 years, maybe. But we've been knowing every time this dude comes on my live. First of all, he comes on my live. He don't know me from a can of paint, and he's listening to my music, and he's just critiquing me on shit and telling me what's up. So he ain't no sucker nigga like, yo, this shit dope, da. He don't rap. He don't sing. He just knows music. Like, the motherfucker's a historian on music, on everything creative, really, but music. And I'm not talking about hip hop. I'm talking about rap.
I did write in high school.
I started talking about. I talk about Depeche Mode. He talks about Depeche Mode. I talk about fucking Talking Heads or whatever. He talks like the dude is on some shit, and his collection is crazy, y'all. So if y'all haven't followed him, go find him. Go find him. Oh, she said Mahogany is on YouTube. You can watch it on YouTube.
Is it? Okay. But
go follow him on IG. I'm gonna let him because he got a million fucking names. What's your name on IG?
It's Triborough _ Gigolo on IG. I'm finally monetized, so I'm happy about that. And just look out for more. I'm gonna be doing a lot more content on there. I got the YouTube channel. I'm gonna be doing some stuff on there, but it's not gonna be a lot because my fan base is on Instagram. So I'm definitely gonna be doing a lot more stuff. And stay tuned. I got a lot of stuff coming up. I'm doing an interview next week with another podcast. I'm doing another interview tomorrow morning.
Is Lady Sing the Blues? I'm sorry to cut you. Lady Sing the Blues on YouTube.
Okay. I'm gonna check that out. Hopefully it's not like cut, right? It's like all uncut.
It's gonna be uncut. You probably get if you got premium.
Yeah.
Oh, well, you good. You'll see the whole thing.
Yeah, so just stay tuned. A lot of stuff coming. Yeah.
I'm coming for some ribs tomorrow, so make sure you make my shit good. I'm coming for some ribs. My mama cooking ribs tomorrow, so mama make me some ribs. But no, man. Hey, bro, I'm just saying, man. But you've been always. I told you yesterday. I do remember saying you was like a muse to me, cause like we'll sit on there. You allow me to fucking just do my thing. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I got some homies. I get on there. Hey, no, dog, do this. You know what I'm saying? You don't do that. You just sit back and vibe. You'll sit back and vibe. Right. And be like, that ain't rap. Talking. You be like, that's pop. That's more pop. So maybe you need to do this. You know what I mean? You give me a vein. You give me a vein.
That's the plug. That ain't rap podcast. That's my podcast on YouTube. That's why I named it, because it's like so many different sounds, and what they call rap now is not rap. You know what I'm saying? So it's different.
I got a question for you. What's the last rap song you heard?
The last real rap song I heard?
Yes, that's what I'm talking about.
New or old?
Nene, I love you, baby. I'll talk to you later. Thank you for showing up tonight. Last old rap. like before the transition.
Oh man, I don't even remember. But what are we calling the transition though? When is the transition?
2002.
All right, last real rap song before 02. I mean, it was probably like the G Unit stuff. 50 Cent, G Unit. We were doing the mixtapes and all that, and man,
Yeah.
he was just bringing that heat.
Okay. So
Wankster, I think Wankster was at that time, like
who?
before 02. Wankster.
Yeah, Wankster was before too.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, Wankster.
that was like. So what do you think the downgrade or the downfall of?
A rap.
We talked about it earlier, or R&B start.
Mm-hmm. R&B. I mean, it's like the what they call singing. I don't call singing. Like I grew up on real singers. Like what they call singing now, it's like people that's like trying to sing in the shower, and then they just have a huge following, and then all of a sudden they're superstars. But I know I'm not seeing it. I'm not the songs are not. You can't feel them.
They have no substance. They have no substance.
Yeah, everything. Everybody's trying to sound the same with the same topics. It's nothing different. And that's not everybody. There's some certain artists that they sound different, but the majority of them, like 90% of them, are not going to be here in another 10 years.
I agree with that. Now, I'm like, so my thing is this, dog. So when you say, like, when the downfall, I just think somebody told me this, and I don't know if I read it or somebody told me this, but I agree with this statement. Singers now are not singers. The people that call themselves singers now, they will never be able to reach the level of the singers of old because they didn't go to church.
That could be it too.
Because all them singers, everybody, name a song, name Whitney Houston,
right?
Church, Dross, church. Stacey Lattisaw, church. Aaron Hall, church. Like all these cats started, they all started in church. Not because not because of God. I'm not saying that. What I'm saying is because they broke their chops in church. They were singing in church. In church, you ain't got to know how to fucking read music. You know what I mean? You got to know the transitions. You got to know how to hit them notes. And some of them songs was some of them songs back in the day was trigonometry for music.
Right.
The Winans, you know what I mean? Like all them cats, like you got to be able to fucking sing. They don't want to hear you. They don't want to hear falsettos and all. No, you got to hit them fucking notes and then transition and then come back to that note. You know, and a lot of people nowadays, it's so easy for me to say, auto-tune.
Right.
They've been using auto-tune since the 70s. So even some of the singers we talking about, they use but they didn't use it so much. If they couldn't hit a note that day, because sessions was sessions. Like they couldn't just sing on their phone and send it to the producer. They had to come in and sing in a fucking microphone booth and do their thing. And then if they couldn't get it, they'll tweak it here and there. That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about motherfuckers that can't sing at all, like me, and then I go to a studio and I come out with a hit record. Ain't supposed to happen, right? But nowadays, it's so technology is great, but technology cheapens the quality of what a singer is, or what singing is. And I'm with you on that. You went straight up the gut. I'm going around the corner with it by saying this. It's like, huh?
My bad. I was gonna say it's no longer about the actual talent. It's about the followers and how many views they got and the streaming numbers, and then that's what propels them to be, out there as superstars. But they're not. When you hear them, it's like they can't sing in concert when you go see them.
Exactly.
So I think that's how it is in hip hop too. It's a lot of that going on, and like these dudes cannot rap. They can't hold a note to carry with one. You know what I'm saying?
And bro, all right. So this is a two-part. This is a two-pronged conversation we having. We're talking two-pronged right now. You talking about rap, and I got you. There's a thing called being a rapper, and the thing about being an artist, a rapper that's an artist.
Right.
What I mean by that is motherfucker put words, lyrical miracle, that's you can rap. I can rap.
Right.
But these motherfuckers, I'm talking about, they don't know structure. They don't know they don't know how, they don't know. When I say, I'm going to take, listen, all right. I know I'm straying, but when I tell somebody that I hear rap, right? And this is for real, I'm being honest. We be online and, we hear rappers all the time. We do.
Right.
And when I say something like, bro, your cadence is dope. It's deer in the headlights. They'd be like, huh?
You don't know what it is. Right.
I'm like, dude, your cadence. Well, what you mean? I just rap this. Nah, bruh. Nah, I'm talking about your cadence. How to bring it. Like, think Big Daddy Kane.
Right.
Right? That motherfucker, he's one of the greatest at the cadence. Come, get some, you little bum. I took a slice, but you can't get enough of the political, lyrical, ultimate, and all that good shit. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
He's jumping. He's da-da-da-da. He's doing this. LL used to do it. Like, a lot of people, like, these are not the people that you would deem as in your top 5 type shit. But they had it. You know what I'm saying?
I was in my top 10.
Well, in the top 10, yeah, but like they don't talk, even if it's in your top, people don't talk about it. When you say top 5, top 10, you talking about Biggie? Oh, you talking about Kendrick? Oh, you talking about Drake? I'm talking about some of these motherfuckers was cadence. They were in the army. We call it cadence callers. People that would sing, whatever. So they had cadence. Kumo D.
Yep.
Bro, Kumo D would do this shit, and he was a bridge rapper.
Right.
And what I mean by that is he bridged a hippie to the hippie. He went from that to Run DMC shit, and then he bridged that over when Rakim did his thing. When Rakim started doing rapping past the margin shit, Kumo D did the same thing. Like we championed Rakim, but we forgot about Kumo D because he was doing it. You know what I'm saying? Right. He's like, what song? I'm gonna give you a taste of the song that I'm talking about. Where Kumo D was like, I'm driving Benz 190, 2.5, and you know what? If I go to work, is that no? That's I go to work. That's somebody. I'm trying to think of a song. I was talking about it. I was talking about this song earlier. The reason why I brought it up, they were he had a cadence. A lot of them got cadence. Das Effect had a cadence. You knew a Das Effect song when you heard it. You probably didn't even know the words, but you knew it was Das Effect.
Right.
Then you have the breaker of the cadence. And when I'm talking about breakers of cadence, like they'll start here and then they'll end up over here and then come back here. That's Redman, right? Think about it.
Yeah.
Redman will go into 3 different songs on your ass in one fucking 4-minute song. Busta Rhymes could do it, but he was either slow and deep voice or he was over the top fast. Everything, and then it's like, or then he's like, shorty, the song that he did, Get Low, Bus. He did it perfectly on that one. Get Low, Bus. With him and what's my man name? What's the sidekick? Split Star.
Split Star.
When they did that was what I'm talking about. Nowadays, all these niggas know how to do is auto-tune and sing rap songs. They sing,
and that's the problem. That's the problem.
And they like, yo, man, that's a hard ass song, dude. I want to get a chick on the dance floor with this. No, dog, he was talking about the struggle. No, he wasn't. The word was, but like, to me, that's a hard ass Aaron Hall song. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, they're just singing or trying to sing. And I'm not no knock against it. If that's your vein, that's your vein. But when you tell me a rapper, when you say rapping, I want to hear a rapper. I'm talking, and I'm still talking about Black Thought.
Right.
Like, that's a fucking rapper.
You see.
Papoose, rapper.
Mhm.
What's the other nigga? Like, I'm talking about rappers. You know what I'm saying? So where we get it twisted, again, it's two-pronged what I was talking about. Now we're talking about, let's talk about performance.
Mhm.
Here's a story, and my homegirl not on here. Oh, wait a minute. Let me end the pod and we can still talk. By the way, if y'all want to get on this after hours, I'm gonna put the link right here. This is the after hours podcast right here. If y'all want to get on, anybody want to get on, there it is. But other than that, I'm gonna go ahead and end the show. Thank y'all for being on here tonight. Love you. God bless. Triborough, stick around. Good night.
Yeah. King Barre. Fuck it, we gonna get straight into it. Yo. I lost track of time on my bomb, so I don't know when I blow. Like years ahead of my peers, my buzz been here before. I'm trying to restore the feeling. It's like New York's been soft ever since niggas came through and crushed the building. But I got it, call me the prophet, the new Muhammad.